What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, bud? Very toast. I see.
Hey guys, I'm actually I'm doing this again because it was where I was. I received several messages that it was buffering pretty crazy, pretty strong. So I'm not going to be very long. I just want to just kind of recap on what I was saying, and I'm not coming back just because I love myself so much, and I assume that you all do too. That's not it. I'm doing it because, again, there were several messages that my video feed was not that great. So I just want to make this real clear. Just from listening to the different news feeds today, and I call it on my other previous video, the Mockingbird News. All of a sudden, all of the news feeds, everybody's on the same page, including Fox News. Surely not. Surely not. Fox News, there's just, Trevino, I see you, man. Fox News, there's no way, man. They're all about Trump. Well, you might want to check out the Rupert folks. But here's the deal. So people are just tripping. They are, they're expressing outrage that President Trump did not stand up for the intelligence community today. And here's my thought was this. My thought was, how can President Trump defend and stand up for a intelligence community that is not standing up for him? It's like, come on, people. We got to be realistic about this. President Trump has a intelligence community that is investigating him, and I think I stand with, no, I don't think, I know I stand with him when he calls it's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt based on erroneous information, based on stuff that's not factual, but yet they want, just because President Trump is in front of Russia or on foreign soil, they want him to give them a pass, them being the intelligence community. Well, because you're on foreign soil, you should never speak ill of your intelligence community. Well, the intelligence community doesn't seem to have any kind of problem whatsoever speaking ill against the president. And again, the things that are coming out concerning these indictments. Hey, Shoo, come here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking to my dog. Hey, come over here. No. Come here. Come here. Good boy. I'm sorry, guys. Still got to be a parent. So the information that is coming out concerning all of this guilt concerning these Russian spies and all of this, Russian officials that has tried to infiltrate, or that infiltrated our election process, this did not happen at the start of President Trump's administration. This stuff was going on. Not only was it going on, these things were known amongst the Obama administration. So that means Brennan, that means Clapper, all these people knew it. Now, all of a sudden, Lynch and everybody knew it. All of a sudden now, well, President Trump sold us out. He sold out America. He sold out the American intelligence. No, he did not. This was already happening before he ever got into office. And not only was these things happening, President Trump was the one that blew the whistle and said, hey, man, there's some spying that's going on that's not legit. He has said this since day one. But all of a sudden now, He's letting the community, the intelligence community down. I'm like, you know what, guys? You can't have it both. You want to absolutely scar the president any possible way that you can. But the moment that the president starts to be a little bit honest like he's always been, or the way that he projects his honesty concerning the intelligence community, all of a sudden now, well, he sold us out. No, he did not. President Trump did not sell out the American intelligence community. The American intelligence community has a bogus investigation that is going on based on falsified information, based on dossiers that were attained falsely, that did not have the proper definition of probable cause. They're using all these skewed gray areas, and it's like, what are you talking about? How in the world has the president sold us out? And then on top of that, well, let's talk about this. Well, why don't you guys on the other side, why don't you produce the server? Give us the server. Let us see the information that's on. Let us see what's in the emails. Let's find out what's going on that. No. That doesn't have anything to do with anything. President Trump has absolutely, unequivocally, he has sold out the American people and the American government. Man, this is so bogus. And for people to buy into that, it's like, you've got to be kidding me. Stop thinking. People, please stop thinking. And when I say people, I'm talking to myself included. We have got to stop thinking that all of these things started since President Trump has been in office. This stuff was going on way before President Trump has been in office. I mean, it's common sense, and I say it's common sense because it's information that is out there, that is understood, and it's not hiding in plain sight. It's there, available for us to know. Just read. Please read. Dear God, Americans, we've got to read, because this information is out there. So the idea, let me slow down. The idea that all of a sudden, well, President Trump went over to Finland today, and he had a summit with the Russian president Putin, and he sold us. No, he did not. He did not sell us out. President Trump actually, in all actuality, he actually spared the American intelligence department and community. If he really wanted to, and we have seen enough of our president that we know that he does not mind speaking his mind. But the fact that President Trump did not disclose what he could have disclosed, but he said enough to let the American intelligence community know this: I do not give credence to what you all are doing. Now, all of a sudden, just because you think that I'm on foreign soil, that I'm just going to give you a pass and say, well, the American intelligence community, they are da-da-da, and my choice, I stand with them. How can he stand with a intelligence community that does not stand with him? And it's like, people, you've got to be kidding me. So we want, all of a sudden now, the president that so many hate, all of a sudden now, they want to say, well, that's my president and he's supposed to stand. Wait a minute. You haven't stood with President Trump since he's been in office. The intelligence community they have this this special counsel and they have this investigation that's going on that has not proven, it's been almost 2 years, they have not proven anything connecting Donald Trump to any type of collusion whatsoever. And yet the witch hunt, yet the investigation continues on. So all of a sudden now, we expect him to be wherever he is. It doesn't matter if it was Finland or over in France or in America. We expect him just to pretend that this is not happening and that he has not made the stance that he has made and has been making. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. Produce the server. Produce the 33,000 emails. Produce the rest of, let us know what the rest of Peter Strzok's testimony was. Let us know what's going on with Lisa Page. So all of a sudden now, well, President Trump, he's let us down. I think for those of us that are willing to consider, willing to reconsider, I think we know that it's unfair to say that our president let us down today. Our president did not let us down. Our president did not choose Russia over America. He did not. He made it very clear that and even President Putin. Now, I know everybody's skeptical about Putin, and do I give credence to Putin? No, I do not. But even Putin himself said, well, Donald Trump he's about representing the American government. Even he understood that. But to think that Donald Trump chose Russia over us, man, you really got to get your head out of the sand if you really think that that is the case, because it is clearly not the case. That's not what I heard at all. What I heard was the question was asked by that reporter, and Donald Trump didn't come out and say that he supported the American intelligence. How could he? And then had Donald Trump said that he supported the intelligence community, you know what would have happened? When he come back home on American soil, then all of a sudden that would have been thrown in his face. Well, how can you call this investigation a witch hunt when you were just over in Finland and you said that you supported the American community? So Donald Trump, for lack of better words, I mean no disrespect, but Donald Trump, he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. People that don't like Donald Trump, that hate Donald Trump, they're going to say whatever, they're going to think whatever, they're going to believe whatever, they're going to think and believe and say what they are going to say. That is just the bottom line. So here's the deal. I don't agree with everything that Donald Trump says or does, but at the same time, I respect the fact that this is our president. Can we not learn how? Let's live out the lessons that we teach our kids. Let's not teach our kids, well, don't do as I do, but do as I say. Let's not be that type of country. Let's not be that kind of people. Let's be real about the fact. Listen, I don't agree with everything that Donald Trump says. I don't. And with that, I will say this. I don't agree because I don't fully understand it all. So in the places where I don't understand, this is my prayer. My prayer is, God, please, just open the eyes of our understanding, whether it be the eyes of the understanding of our president, the eyes of myself, the eyes of the people, the eyes of Congress. I'm willing to pray that prayer rather than just saying, well, your president is an idiot. This is the president that has been voted by the majority of the people. Now, you don't have to agree with everything, just like I don't agree with everything. But I stand with our president. There's many times when people say, well, when we say things as Christians, well, man, I didn't understand what God was doing, and I told God that I was upset and da-da-da-da-da, and then later down the road, there was an understanding that we didn't see. Can we exercise the same principle? Is that possible? Dear God, man, let's quit being so quick to pick up a stone and stone somebody when Jesus is saying, hey, after the fact, where are your accusers? So, hey, it's not, this scope is not to try to convince you. This is just me and my 2 cents. And James, good to see you, man. Good to see you out there. James, aloha. James in Hawaii. So guys and gals, before we decide to throw Donald Trump under the bus, if you don't take anything from what I'm saying, hey man, you got it, James. Thanks for all you. Hey brother, same to you, man. And James, you do a whole lot. Trust me, we all know that. I think we probably don't say it enough. You, man, really appreciate all the stuff that you do, James. But before I leave, and I'm not going to be here much longer, I just want us all to consider this for those that support Trump and those, especially those that don't support Trump. Let me just say this to you. I want you to put yourself in a position where, based on today's events, he was asked a very point blank question. It was basically, do you support Russia or do you support the American intelligence? Right, wrong, or indifferent. He was asked a question concerning the American intelligence and the American intelligence community. They don't support him. Now, when I say they, I'm not talking about every single person. I'm talking about those that represent the American intelligence community, some of the higher ups. It is very plain and clear to see that there are those that are in the intelligence community that do not support Donald Trump. To be asked a question in front of the world, that was a very difficult question to answer. Now, Donald Trump, again, he could have been very forthcoming in his answer, but he showed enough etiquette as he possibly could. Because the truth of the matter is, how can he give credence to a community that does not give credence to him? So here's the thing. I'm going to leave with this. I don't understand it all. I don't understand all of the tidbits and all of the specifics that's going on in our country. But I will say this. I will not blindly follow anybody. But at the same time, I am willing to allow the process to do what the process needs to do. And along with that, my faith in God says this. Not only am I willing to allow the American justice system process to do what it's going to do, but I am also giving God the chance to give me discernment. Open the eyes of my understanding so that I can see what is not quite there in the obvious. That's where I am. Wow. Okay. So guys, listen, I respect everybody's opinion. Everybody has an opinion, and it's not always going to be the one that you hold to, the one that I hold to. People are not going to agree, but at the same time, this is where we are. This is our president, whether you choose to like it or not. If you are in America, this is your president. Now, the duration or the experience of Donald Trump being your president has a lot to do with what it is that you choose to believe about the president. It has a lot to do with what you're willing to do or what you're willing not to do. To look at your president and expect your experience in this country to be all contingent upon what he or she does, boy, that's giving somebody a whole lot of control over your life. Your life, just because you have a government, just because you have a president, it does not mean that you're not responsible and accountable for the decisions that you make as a person, that we make as people. We're still accountable. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a wonderful rest of the evening. Reconsider your position. I'm not saying it just because I said it. Now you have to do this. Just reconsider. Reconsider what it is that you believe about our president. Reconsider this whole thing that happened today and this press conference. Don't be so quick to just throw somebody under the bus. Don't be so quick to do to someone what you don't want done to yourself. So I'll make it plain again for the second time on this video. I stand with Donald Trump, even though I do not understand all of what's going on. But I'm willing to allow the process to do what the process is supposed to do. And with that being said, may God continue to bless us all, not just America. May God continue to bless us all. May the eyes of all people, all nations, may the eyes of all of us be open so that we can see the truth that sets you free, and you shall know the truth, and the truth that you know shall make you free. So guys, listen, girls, guys, and everybody else, have a wonderful rest of the night, and I'll talk at you later.